How's it going, everybody? So we're back on top ladder today, playing one of the best decks in the entire game, in my opinion. We have this Mortar bait deck with the Spear Goblins, the Goblin Gang, the Skeleton King. It's like Mortar bait, basically, with the new version, which is the Skeleton Barrel Evo this season, because it came out, of course, instead of the Miner. Used to be Miner in this deck, but I think that Skeleton Barrel has kind of taken over. And then if you play the Miner version, you usually run Fireball instead of the arrows to be able to take out things like, I guess, Witches, and if you Miner plus Log plus Fireball, whatever the heck you want to do to kill one. This is low-key good at the start here. I don't know what he's going to do for that. That's a lot of damage. I'm going to go for the Skeleton Barrel on 0. This deck is all about the pressure, especially in single elixir. I find that you win a lot of matches just because you can get something out of hand. Like, I'm going to go here, yep, because I know he's going to NATO, and I'm going to get a lot of damage right here on the right-hand side. Get good Ice Spear by him, but it's not going to matter too much. We get a lot of chip, and we take about, how much damage was that? 1,500 off his tower, just like that. And just like that, even though he did get King Tower active, it doesn't matter too much because, like I said, we do have a Siege deck. So, him having that King Tower isn't really going to change too much for me. I mean, Skeleton Barrel still gets to the tower. He does not have an actual building, it looks like. He's got Hog XE NATO, which is kind of interesting. We have to be careful with the Rocket Cycle, of course. I'm not sure what this matchup is, to be honest. He's going to go for the Hog. I guess we'll just Mortar up high and then go for the Goblin Gang on top of that to DPS it down a little bit here. He goes Goblins to center, so he doesn't have a great response for the Skeleton Barrel. This is definitely one of the matchups where I'm happy that I've got Skeleton Barrel and not the Miner here. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop this off on the left-hand side potentially. Wait, let me wait to see what he does first. He goes Valk. Okay. I don't know if I want to drop that often. I think we just want to chill and reset in the back with a cannon cart like this. If he rockets that, I'm going absolutely all in. I don't think he will. He's going to NATO. I can retarget that to push my cannon cart off. That's beautiful. Then I'm going to go Skelly Barrel Evo to the left. This is a perfect push here because now he has to defend both sides. He has to rocket. Ooh, that was a good rocket. Oh, man. Imagine I could have gotten my ability off right there. But I'm just going to go Spears because he has to play something else on that Skellies, or it's going to get a lot of damage there on the left-hand side. Yep, we're going to take the damage lead. Or we're going to get more damage on the left-hand side than on the right. Now, so I'll go Gang. I'm going to try and prevent pretty much any damage on our tower, which we have done up to this point until this log connects. No. And we're just going to be trying to prevent the rocketing happening. That's pretty much all that we have to do in this matchup, is not let him rocket cycle. So I'm going to go for this and then block the XE prediction. Nice. Good prediction there. Well, it didn't really matter that much, I guess, because it kind of went back to the Hog anyway. So I should have put the Skeleton King one more tile to the left, low-key. That's my bad, but it's all good. We're going to go for the Spear Goblins like this. He's going to have to log the right hand. No, he goes Evo Valk. Okay, that card is going to be really good for him. I got to be careful here. Let's go Cart. I cannot defend the Valk. Oof, this is rough. He NATOs it away, but the cart still comes back, so thank goodness for that. Yeah, I didn't account for the Evo Valk. That was my bad right here. I think we're good. Yeah, we're alive. Thank goodness we didn't get cheese too hard. I'm going to go Skelly Barrel to right and try and get some chip damage in that side of the arena as well here. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a game where I'm just going to have to be splitting everything because Valkyrie is really good and XE is really good, so we can't give too much value. He might rocket my tower. If he does, it's okay. We'll go Mortar down low. I'm going to go for the... Well, how do I push here? I think we have to split lane again. He goes XE the back. Let's go Spear Goblins to help DPS down this Hog, make sure it doesn't get a hit on my tower. And then, I low-key don't mind just an Ice Fist the back. Try and take it a bit slow. I'm going to go Skelly Barrel to right because he doesn't have his Executioner in cycle, which is probably his best counter to the Skeleton Barrel in the entire deck, besides Log, of course. But just going to go for my cart like this to the side. We want to make sure we're winning these bridge fights and trying to get some counter pushes off them. So I'm going to go for the Spear Goblins early. I'm going to go for the Mortar. Actually, let's go Ice Fist first. He's probably going to go for a Hog, right? No Hog Rider. Interesting. So we can just pressure again on this side. The Cannon Cart's going to take care of that XE, so I'm going to wait a second here, and then as soon as that kills the XE, I'm going to go for my Skeleton Barrel on this left-hand side, pop the ability for this this whatever it's called, Skeleton King, and that Evo Valk is going to just ruin my life. I got to keep track of his Evo Valk. I have not been doing that, and it's definitely been hurting me. So he's going to go for the Hog right there. Okay, let's go Ice Fist on top to make sure it dies, and then he's probably going to rocket my tower, so I'm going to Skeleton Barrel instantly right here, try and get some pressure off. He goes for the rocket now. Okay, we did expect that, so I'm going to go Skelly King to make sure we get some souls in there. He's forced to Log, of course. Ice was going to get one hit, maybe, please. Aw, rip. No hits right there, but it's all good. I'm just going to go for the Goblin Gang the back and see what we're going to do. This is a very close match. Okay, so I think we have to go Mortar like this and Cannon Cart like this. Space out our units, not let him get a good rocket off on my tower. I'm going to go for the Skeleton Barrel left. He goes for the rocket NATO. He misses the NATO. Oh my goodness. That's huge. Sometimes the bridge be blocking the tornado. That is absolutely perfect. He has to go Valk to Skeleton Barrel. Oh my gosh. Dude, Evo Skeleton Barrel, when it connects to tower, does like 700 or 800 damage. That is absolutely absurd. And just like that, there's no way he can rocket cycle for the win, because even if he tries to rocket cycle right now, we can go for the arrows. Bro, Evo Valk is carrying him, though. I'm not going to lie. and he can't get 2 rockets. Like, you know, they've nerfed spell cycle so much, like rocket cycle, that he cannot rocket cycle us in this scenario. So I'm going to go for the skeleton barrel to the left one more time, gang the right, pressure both sides. I think that's very important that I'm pressuring both sides. I'm going to arrows the left again just to ensure that we have enough damage. Go for the spear goblins, and yeah, that's going to be GG's. Look at the right-hand side. The spear goblin's going to connect. He can't even get the, well, he does get the rocket off, but it doesn't do anything for him, and we're still up over an entire rocket's worth of damage after he played all his spells. Very good first game right there against a interesting deck. I don't really see Hog XE very often, but yeah, good first win to start off this video here. Today was a very weird day for me. Like, I woke up super early, not super early, but kind of early, and made breakfast and stuff, and I, like, literally was so tired. So I literally went back to sleep for, like, 2 hours, and then my body was like, okay, I'm good. I thought I was chilling for the rest of the day, so I did my normal life stuff, and then, like 5 hours after that, I literally, like, crashed for, like, 4 or 5 more hours. I don't know, my sleep schedule is cooked now, so I need to get my sleep schedule back to being good, but hopefully this will actually help me low-key in the long run, because I won't be staying up, well, I will be staying up late, but I'll be able to stay up the entire night and like reset it or whatever. If you've like stayed up all night and reset your schedule, you know what I'm talking about. But man, my body is like cooked. Like, I literally woke up again and it was almost 8 p.m. I was like, what the heck? I swear I didn't even fall asleep. Like, I didn't even mean to. But he's gonna go for the skeleton barrel like that. I can just go for the, well, I think we want to chill low-key right here. I'm gonna go spear goblins in the middle like this. Looks like he's got log bait, the bridge spam version, whatever the heck you want to call it. Is this even log bait, or is this just like bridge spam? I think it's more bridge spam at this point. But just gonna go for my ice wizard on top of that suspicious bush, which is fine. And then maybe we could do something on offense. I think we want to kind of play patient this game, though. Usually with this deck, you're the more aggressive player, but this guy seems to be the one that wants to go aggressive here. I'm going to Skelly King. Oh, that was supposed to pull his Skelly King. That's awkward. Okay, we'll just go arrows. He's going to Dark Goblin, though, and Dark Goblin is going to ruin my life, I think. Don't do it, please, sir. He does. Okay, well, I'm just going to pop the ability regardless here because he doesn't have the best response ever to this, I don't think. Wow, look at this. He just cycles multi-spirits. Come on, cannon cart. Nope, bruh. This is, yeah, that's log bait in a nutshell for you. Skeleton barrel to left hand side should be good for me. He's going to go for a fire spirit. That's still a little bit of damage, not too bad. I'm going to go for my goblin gang after this lands. I could have gone ice whiz, I guess, but I want to save my ice whiz for the suspicious bush. I guess I could use either one. Like, I could either use ice whiz on bush or the skeleton barrel, and vice versa with my goblin gang, but either way it worked out kind of fine. I feel like ice wizard is good in this matchup for me. To be honest, it might be my kind of win condition card. Same with the cannon cards. I'm going to go mortar to the center like this to pressure him, and as well as pull the bush, of course. He's going to skeleton king, and I think that's fine. Gives us a nice time to just go for my card to back and reset here. So he might go opposite lane. Yeah, he does. Okay, interesting. I think we go Skelly King here. Ice was on top of everything on this side. Then go for my Goblin Gang late to make sure we don't take too much damage. I'm going to just go ahead and arrows this Dark Goblin because honestly, it's going to survive forever if I don't. So I'm going to pop the ability as soon as I can. Okay, never mind. He's going to Ice Spirit. I was going to pop the ability, but I don't think I could have got it off right there, low key. And I don't want to waste 2 elixirs. So we get a lot of chip damage on the left-hand side. That's the advantage of, well, I guess the disadvantage of having a Cannoneer on your side is, you know, bait cards just chip away. Ice Wizard on top, beautifully timed Ice Wizard right there to kill all of the skeletons in the barrel. That was actually really satisfying. I'm going to go for my Evo Skelly Barrel now. It's my turn to have some fun. Go for the arrows on the Spear Goblins, and this low-key might be game over. He goes for the late log, but that's still a ton of damage, getting him down to below 1,000, and we are just absolutely swimming in the damage lead right now. He goes Dark Goblin though. I have my Mortar for defense. I'm going to just go ahead and drop my Skelly King, go for the Mortar down low, and then he'll probably play something else. I've got my Ice Whiz as well here for this Skeleton Barrel. That's perfect. Kills the Dark Goblin too. There's the Ice Whiz bug that makes it not get targeted by things for the first second it lands. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is right there. My Mortar would still be alive if that bug isn't in the game, but I'm just going to go arrows on top of this. That low-key should be GG's. Yeah, the Skeleton's leaking out to the left-hand side. Look at that. Oh, man, that's dirty. One more Skeleton. Beautiful. Now I just got to cycle back around to one more set of arrows. I believe arrows does 135, right? Let me just double check to make sure I don't throw. You have 135, and that's going to be GG's right there. So pretty good matchup. I would say bait is, you know, this deck is very good at countering these type of spam bait decks. That's nice. Okay, we're freaking Cynthia right here. I faced this person before, but I low-key don't remember what they have. Dang, kind of a bad starting hand. I'd rather play Spear Goblins or at least Goblin Gang on that, because think about it like this. If I drop arrows on the bats, it's like you -1 trade, right? But I have no counter push, so he doesn't have to respond with anything. Bats, Ice Golem, what in the world is this? It could be Hog, maybe? He's got Musketeer, so it could be like a Balloon deck too. It's either Hog or Balloon, I'm pretty sure, but usually Balloon cycle does not have bats, and same with Hog. Hog doesn't have bats either, so maybe it's just something weird. I don't know, and I also don't want to make assumptions. He's got Lumberjack, so it's probably Balloon. Okay, that's a lot of elixir to spend. I'm going to actually go, okay, you know what? I'm going to go opposite lane. I know this is pretty aggressive, but he's playing extremely aggressive on the right-hand side. with all these plays. Double Musketeer and single is crazy. I'm gonna go for the Goblin Gang over here on on top of the Musketeer, and dang, dude, the Musketeer cycle is already getting to me. Love to see that. I'm gonna go for the Skeleton Barrel on the right-hand side. We get one Spear Goblin shot. Let's go. Not too shabby right there. So he's gonna play a, well, probably a Snowball, right? He's a Snowball on this deck, I'm guessing. On top of that, yeah, Snowball. Okay, so we get some death damage with the Skeleton Barrel. My goal this game, well, he probably would have played a building right there if he had a building. So maybe he replaced the Lumberjack with the Bomb Tower and then the Bats with something else. And he's playing Balloon. But I've got to be careful for the Musketeer Evo for sure. I'm going to go Spears on top of these Bats. Kind of have no choice but to do so, honestly. I don't want to, you know, how much damage do, for all you Cannoneer players, how much damage does Bats do by itself, like if you don't defend them? I bet it's at least 1,000 low-key. I'm going to go for the ability, I guess, just to help DPS down this Lumberjack and kill the Ice Golem, hopefully. Yeah, not horrible. I mean, that should do enough to where I don't have to play too much Elixir. I'm just going to Ice Fist, though, right here and see what he does want to do for this. I could Mortar again, but I got to be careful in case he does have the Balloon, which he probably does. I need to save my Mortar for that scenario. I'm going to go for the Goblin Gang like this. Skeleton Barrel, the right little dual lane pressure. He goes Snowball. Wait a second. Does he not have a another spell for this? He might be in trouble if he doesn't. So that's going to be another death damage right there. He's got Log and Snowball. That's not good for me. I'm going to go Spear Goblins like this to block the Musketeer Evo. That's my thought process right now. Oh my gosh. All right. That's a lot of Elixir to spend. Whoa. Okay. We'll go Ice Wizard like this. I guess he's all in right here. Fair enough. We'll go for the Goblin Gang. That should be able to stop this just barely, I think. Nope. He does Snowball, so he's going to get the one shot right there. That's fine, though, because now look at the defense he has to pull off. No, I couldn't get the ability. That would have been so good. He just used his Log, though. He has to Snowball on the left. Is he dead? He's dead. Oh, my goodness gracious. Look how many skeletons that just spawned. That was like a horde, and that's going to be GG's just like that. One good Skeleton Barrel evolution. I thought we were cooked there low-key for a second. Whenever he did go for that Lumberloon push, but luckily this deck is just so good defensively that you don't even really have to worry too much. I'm going to just chill for 15 seconds left. I'm not going to play anything until he plays this Balloon because I can just kite it with my Mortar or, you know, go for my Cannon Carts. Okay, I'm going to Cannon Cart to pull this pull this Balloon because that should pull that, I believe, after it dies, right? Okay, yeah, perfect. I thought I was missing it for a second there. That would have been bad, but it doesn't matter. We win the game, and yeah, good win right there against a Balloon. Okay, we're up against Omar here with the Cannoneer as well, so it could be a mirror matchup. You never know. This deck is pretty popular. I will say I think the bait deck is even more popular right now than this deck, which I was kind of unsure which one is more used. It looks like this guy might have bait as well, maybe a different version, but something similar. It looks like. So he's got, well, he's gonna go Skeleton King the back. I'm gonna go for the Mortar. Is Skeleton King good? I don't know. I'm seeing quite a lot of it today, even though it's usually, you know, something I don't see much of unless it is this Mortar deck. So he's gonna go for the Barrel. I'm just gonna pop my ability to force out even more Elixir. Hopefully he has to Log perfect because I can go Ice Fist on this side, and then we have our arrows for defense when he does go for his ability inevitably here. Probably. I guess, you know, there's a chance he doesn't, but I'm pretty sure he will. Let's go for the Spear Goblins like this. Actually, I'm going to not arrows. I'm going to try and just go for the Gang on the side here to keep my arrows in cycle in case he goes in for some more bait. That is the thing about Cannoneer, though. He's going to get quite a bit of damage on the right-hand side. Like I did, I feel like I deserve a lot more damage than him, but he's going to kind of even out the game just because of those 3 Spear Goblins sitting there. Gosh dang it. But I can just chill. You know, I don't mind this start. Not bad. Another bait deck, so he's going to go Bush. I'm going to Mortar the Sensor again. I could Skeleton King to protect this, but I think it's too aggressive, and I find myself going too aggressive with Mortar sometimes, like Mortar decks when supporting the Mortar, so I think I'd rather just chill and go for a little bit of this opposite lane once I hit 10 Elixir here. So let's go for the Skeleton Barrel now. I've got my King in cycle. I've got my Cannon Carts, which I need to utilize quite a bit more in this matchup. I'm going to go for the King the back. That's going to be a bit of chip damage. Not bad right there. I can go for my Cannon Cart potentially. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because he might Skeleton Barrel. I'm going to Ice Fist right now on the right-hand side to make sure he can't really... Okay, perfect. I was going to say to make sure he can't pop the ability, but he plays the Skeleton Barrel directly into this. What do we do here? I think we just go for the Spear Goblins on this. We're going to take a bit of damage. If I time this good, we should be good, though. I'm going to go for the Mortar as well. That's good. Wow, look at the damage he got anyways. That's crazy, but it doesn't matter because that's going to be tower down. He can't defend that. I can arrows everything on the left hand side, and just like that, he pretty much has no counter push, and we have a very, very good start to this game by taking the entire tower. Game is far from over, though. I'm going to pop the ability just to be annoying because we have a full belly on the Skeleton King. He couldn't eat anymore, so I'm just going to relax here and go for the Cannon Cart the back left and see what he does want to do for this. He's going to go for the probably something on the right, so I'm just going to Goblin Gang. That's perfect because now we kept our Mortar alive, so the sus bush will pop, and then I can just go for the Mortar on defense. I'm going to Ice Fist on top of this. I don't even know if I needed that Ice Fist low-key. The Skeleton Barrel Evo is pretty, like, scary looking, but I can just go Spear Goblins like this and then drop our Skeleton King on top of that, get my souls collected, and also take care of that. Dude, look how many skeletons that is. That is crazy. How many is that? Like 50? I swear it's at least like 30 or something, but I'm going to go for my arrows on the Dark Goblin just because I want to kill that card. He's getting pressure pretty hard here. I just got to go Ice Fist on top of this Skeleton Barrel here in a sec, and we should be absolutely chilling. He tries to predict the Goblin Gang with the log. I like that out of him. You know, he's going for some desperation heaves, but only 10 seconds left. Not enough time for him to really do anything of importance here, and I can just arrows that dang Dark Goblin one more time because I don't want to see that card on the map, and that's going to be it. So yeah, this deck very strong. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course enjoy the Butch clip at the end as well. Peace.